See the head coach, Tim Kraft, in his 10th season at the helm at Gardner-Webb. An interesting story and path for Tim Kraft to get to where he's at. Over on the other side, Barclay Radabon, his 18th year, no stranger to the Big South Conference and big mid-season matchups. As Jack, you and I, we were talking a little bit before the game about Tim Kraft, just a little more of an unusual path to being a head coach in college basketball.
Just a basketball junkie's dream, right? He attends the University of Florida, but he doesn't play there. Actually a student manager for the baseball team there under legendary baseball coach Andy Lopez. It's R.J. Johnson, knocked down from the elbow. But from Florida, he's a JV head coach in a high school in Florida, ventures to a junior college assistant coach there, director of basketball ops at the University of Auburn, then an assistant at East Carolina. This is his first head coaching job, and he has been nothing but a model of consistency in his 10th season here at Gardner-Webb.
As Quest Aldrich, another great name on this team, comes right into the game and knocks down a three. The senior transfer from Belmont Abbey College. As Charleston Southern starting to dig into their bench a little bit. Into Amaje Dodd. Dodd's the biggest man on this team. He tries to go up, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Well, you mentioned it. Dodd, without a doubt, the biggest guy for Charleston Southern. But you see the sheer size of Gardner-Webb. A really nice play by Badness there. Just hands straight up, does a great job of defending on ball.
I mentioned that last time these two played. It was actually the Big South opener. It was a 20-point win for Gardner-Webb. Really just dominated. CSU wasn't able to score. It took them nearly 5+ minutes to get their first point on the board. Gardner-Webb shot 61% in the first half and scored 50 points. That's helpful to knock up the old field goal percentage.
Absolutely. It's going to be easiest 2 points in the ice for Badness. He shows it on the defensive end. Reward the big fella on the offensive end.
Johnson nearly gets it poked away. Chavez, that's the other thing. This Gardner-Webb team excels defensively. As Johnson pumps a couple times, too strong. Good rebound. Pulled down by Caleb Robinson.
You mentioned it with Quest Aldrich with Rock here. An interesting group for Gardner-Webb. You see a lot of guys who transfers in. This is their first year. As you see it, the most electric play in sports. Talik Chavez draws the charge. And Caleb Robinson. Robinson's a guy that loves to take the ball in isolation. He's a really skilled scorer, really at 3 levels, but one too many. Chavez does a great job baiting it in, but an interesting 5 for Gardner-Webb. You see 3 transfers in their first year in the program, but immediate impact.
Yeah, Robinson transferred from Catawba College and definitely got the size. That one poked away, now falling around on the floor, and Chavez somehow gets it away. Harris doubled Tresberry. 3, no good. Offensive board, but a foul underneath.
Curious to see who they had that one on underneath. You can see some jockeying for the rebound. Tajay Kelly does a great job. Oh, so they did have it offensively on.
Yeah, they did have an offensive foul. Looks like it's on Sheck Fay.
With 34, but I didn't see Fay anywhere near the play.
Now the officials are going to get together.
I think they might be as confused as we are, maybe.
Possibly. There's officiating crew, Lee Klutz, the referee, Corey Haney, and Anthony Franklin. I think even Sheck Fay is asking, trying to figure out what's going on. Either way, it's Fay's first foul. So they'll reset it. And Fay, he's a big piece that's been missing for this Charleston Southern team. He's been dealing with some injuries most of really last season, and then this year there was a worry that he might not play again this season, and he's been able to come back and play the last 2 games, and he gave solid minutes against Longwood.
Absolutely. Just 1 of 7 from the floor shooting for Fay, but his ability and his impact on the game far more reaches than just his scoring ability. A stretch 4 that is a true rebounding presence.
Robinson, and that's going to be a travel. Robinson trying to get going a little too soon. He had 15 against High Point. These guys averaging 13 over the course of his last 4.
You can just see he liked the matchup, especially one-on-one.